A metaphysical affair. Spoken from r/fifth world problems. I'm not going to tolerate either. Exactly. This is like what is worse, shooting your left or right foot. How about no? What's your definition of an emotional affair? Work wife. I've seen affairs unfortunately twice in my life. Emotional is worse. I say this cause this is the point where the victim knows something's wrong, and now a very waking point minute, they worry, they overthink, they blame themselves and thus they're a wreck. If one catches a physical affair it's as easy as ending it then and there. Emotional takes months to years to pull the band-aid. Exactly. And physical is much easier to hide and forget for them. The asterisk if I don't tell them they'll never find out asterisk can often be true. It might even be a asterisk WHAT they don't know. Cannot hurt THEM asterisk. The emotional one however, you'll notice your partner pulling away or catching them in little lies without doing anything wrong or different. It can make a person go crazy. Is it my fault? What did I do wrong? And the one having the affair will be torn between feelings for different people and feeling ashamed. Or the exact opposite, gaslight the F asterisk 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 out of the other person to make them feel it was all their fault. It leaves a lot more damage long term. Both are unacceptable. Of course they are, but it's too easy to say both to a dilemma or no. Or, you have to say, why those answers are equivalent. Emo-physical. Every time. Here's why. Assuming that either would be the end of the relationship. An emotional affair means that they developed love/feelings for someone else, and from my experience, that doesn't happen intentionally/maliciously. It typically happens over time, and will feel like it's out of their hands. Love cannot be forced or fabricated. We cannot control those feelings. However, a physical affair, and we are assuming one without emotional connection, is your partner doing something intentionally harmful to you just for sex, just for pleasure, just for fun. We are in complete control of who we have sex with. However, worst case scenario is both happening at the same time and honestly, you rarely have one without the other. I'm not going to get an STD from feelings. Neither are acceptable. But emotional affair is worse emo. It's a lot easier to accept that person was hot. I just really wanted to F asterisk 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 them. But when it's an emotional one it's I care about that person and got close to them and put their needs over my actual partner's needs. That is so much worse than just banging some hot man/woman. So you are specifically talking about a partner having like a drunk one night stand and not necessarily an actual affair. Because if they were having a full-on physical affair, there is almost definitely an emotional connection there too, which to me makes it worse, because it then has both the physical and emotional. Emotional affairs are unfixable. The person having an emotional affair has essentially given their mind to someone else. What's the definition of an emotional affair? Is the whole work wife/husband thing considered an emotional affair? If the person is still fully invested in their relationship, but just feels close and very friendly with someone at their work, is that cheating? Definitely physical. I've experienced both, from the same person. So talking to someone, because they make them feel loved, is quite a bit different than you sending T asterisk asterisk pics, offering hand jobs, or getting pregnant. The problem with an affair is about what you do, to me not with them, and you've shown you don't care enough about me, to not do one of these things. That's a problem with me either way. That said, a physical affair is worse emo, because it carries more danger. You may get someone pregnant or become pregnant, and now we have to deal with that. You may get STDs, and now we have to deal with that sort of thing. I could get over an emotional affair if the person is cut out completely from my partner's life going forward. There is no scenario where I could get over my partner doing anything sexual with another person. You wanna hear something funny? I had a friend once tell me that he could forgive his wife if she had sex with someone else, but he followed that up with, and I quote, if she sucked another guy's D asterisk CK, ain't no way in hell. For the record, they're still together, and she never cheated. But you'd be surprised at how many men I know who've echoed similar opinions. Apparently, it's okay to sleep with another man, as long as you don't give him head. I guess it depends what someone's definition of emotional affair is, since I've seen some pretty wild asterisk for that one. In general, if your partner is heavily infatuated with someone else, or fucking them, it's all bad. A better question is, why do men stay with women if they know their partner's heavily into someone else? I've seen a surprising number of married guys roll with that one, and it's often resulted in them getting physically cheated on. I honestly think it either boils down to a lack of awareness and experience, so they have normalized it, or they are too afraid to experience the unknown that is out there, so they get comfortable and stay. Women will generally find emotional affairs more offensive. Men will generally find physical affairs more offensive. That's my experience. For me, it's the opposite. I'd rather have someone cheat out of pure horniness than someone cheat because they care and love this person. But both are bad still. Physically affair is worse. At least with an emotional affair, they actually have feelings for the other person and are torn. They are still showing restraint by not taking it physical, which is really difficult when you feel like this new person understands you better than your spouse currently does. With a physical affair, it seems like they are throwing the relationship away for basically nothing. You mean that little to them. Physical for me, because there's no gray area. I think it's possible to start going down a rabbit hole and get really deep into an emotional affair without realizing that's what you were doing. If my partner, when confronted, was able to accept that's what was happening and cut that person out, I could give them the benefit of the doubt and accept that they made the proper amends. Physical affairs are much more cut and dry. Everyone knows what the red lines are that you shall not cross, and it takes a very deliberate action to cross them. There's no coming back from that breakdown of trust. For the people saying neither or both are bad, need to RTFQ. Op isn't asking is one acceptable, they're asking which is worse. Thank you. I personally believe a physical affair is worse because you're sharing your body with someone else. Something I believe is intimate and builds on that connection with your partner, and most people don't use protection, so you're adding the possibility of stees. An emotional affair, while still bad, at least shows some level of restraint if it hasn't progressed to physical yet. But it still shows a level of degradation to the relationship if that person is not seeking out their partner for the outpouring of that emotion. But since everyone is different, I don't think there is one blanket answer to this. I think I could get over an emotional affair, but I couldn't get over a physical one. So I suppose physical is worse. Emotional. But it's very rare for a physical affair to exist without some sort of emotional affair happening.